to the Strawberry Playhouse presentation of William Gibson's Tony-winning play, Miracle. The story of Annie Sullivan, who struggles to teach a little blind girl, blind and deaf girl, tools to be able to interact with the world around her. And you're in for a real treat. This is an excellent show. I've seen it 4 times now, and every time it gets better. But before we proceed with the show, I have a few announcements I'd like to make. As I said, tonight is our season opener. We have some other shows planned for the season. On Monday evening at 6:30, there are auditions for Blithe Spirit, which is an old coward comedy. And if any of you feel that you would like to be bit by the theatrical bug, the auditions are at 6:30, but the show will be shown, it's on the back of your program. It's going to be in June. Also, we have a children's show this year. The Frankensteins are back in town. That's going to be playing here in July. That's another comedy. And for the kids, we have a summer camp program. And the information for that is also available. Also, every second and third Wednesday of the month, Lucille has a show on WMGH. It's called Curtain Call Chit Chat, from 5 to 5:30, and she has various guests from the different arts programs throughout the county. And she has some very riveting guests on the show. I can tell you that from personal experience because I have been a guest. So, those are the announcements. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the Strawberry Playhouse presentation of A Miracle.
What's more, you held up the parents while they didn't think she would pull through.
Nonsense. This child is a killer. She has the constitution of a goat. Why, she'll probably outlive us all.
That may be, Captain, especially if some of you fellas could get a good night's sleep. By some, I do mean you, Miss Keller.
You hear, Katie?
I hear.
I've brought up 2 of them already, but this is my wife's first. She isn't battle scarred yet.
Doctor, don't be merely considerate. Will my girl be all right?
A few days she's going to be up locking down Captain Keller's fences.
And is there anything we should do?
Put up stronger fencing, huh?
Nah, you just let her get away. She knows how to do it better than we do. As long as the fever broke, she'll be fine. These things, they come and go, Vincent. Never know why. You call it acute congestion of the brain and stomach.
Well, I'll see you to your buggy, Doctor.
That's,
Thank you, Doctor.
that's no problem.
Thank you.
Don't you cry now. You've been trouble enough. Why, call it acute congestion indeed. I don't see what's so cute about a congestion just because it's yours. We'll have your father run an editorial in his paper. The wonders of modern medicine. Why, they don't know if they're cured even when they cure it. Men and they have battle scars. Why, we women will have... Helen. 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 Captain. Captain, will you come? Captain.
Katie!
Helen.
Katie, what's wrong?
Look, Captain, look.
Well, Katie, she's well. She'll be fine.
No, she can't can't see. Look at her eyes, she can't see.
Helen?
Or here, when I screamed, she didn't blink, not an eyelash.
Helen!
Helen, she can't hear you.
Helen! Helen!
First, I'm gonna cut off these dog's heads. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now then, what are you cutting off the doctor's legs? I'm giving him an operation. Now I'm gonna cut off his arms. 1, 2. No, stop that. Cut off his stomach. That's a good operation. No, I'm gonna cut off his head first. He's got a bad cold. Ain't gonna be much of that doctor left to fix. Time you finish all them operation. What you do? Bite her hand? She keeps poking her fingers in my mouth. I just bite them off. What you trying to do now? She's trying to talk. She can't get back unless she's trying to talk. You just sit quiet. Stop now. You just sit quiet.
Well, she only dug Martha's eyes out. It's almost done. It's always almost. No sense in worrying until it happens, is there?
Oh, something's ought to be done for that child. I don't know how she's standing. It's not something you can let go on like the weather.
The weather here doesn't ask permission of me, Aunt Eb. You'll have to speak with my father.
Something must be done with that child.
A refreshing suggestion, but what?
Why, that very famous oculist in Baltimore I wrote you about. What was his name? I've got skin, sure remember. But I've heard lots of cases of blindness people thought would be cured. It just does wonders.
Well, I've stopped believing in wonders.
I think the cat will right to that. Dr. Shisley.
Yes,
Soon.
that was the thing.
Won't you can?
No. Good money after bad. Bad after good. Bad after bad.
Why, it's just a question of money, Arthur. Now, you know that Yankee money.
It's not money. Now, this child has been a specialist all over Alabama and Tennessee. If I thought it would do good at every fool doctor in this country.
I think the cat will write to him soon.
A little bitty letter, Arthur, just to see if he can help us.
Katie, now how many times can you let them break your heart?
Any number of times, as long as there's the least chance for her to see or hear.
But there isn't. Now, I must finish here.
I think the commission cap, I'd like to write.
I said no, Katie.
It's just a letter, as Aunt Em said, to see if he can help her.
He can't.
We won't know that to be a back cat until after you write.
Katie, he can't. Father stands up. That makes it a fact. You be quiet. I'm glad you didn't help our females without your impudence. Katie! Katie, I might as well work in the hen yard as in this house. You should really put her away, Father.
What?
In some asylum, it's the kindest thing.
Jake, she's your sister, not nobody.
She's my half-sister, and she's half mentally defective. Well, she can't even keep herself clean. It's not pleasant to see her about all the time.
Do you dare complain of what you can't see?
This discussion is at an end, and I will thank you not to approach it again, Ev. Now, I've done all that I can bear. I cannot give my entire life to this. This house is at 6s and 7s from morning till night over this child, and I think that some attention be paid to Mildred here instead.
Don't wake her up.
I want peace in this house. I don't care how we get it, but one way is not running up and down the country every time someone hears of a new quack. Now, I'm as sensible to this affliction as anyone. It hurts me to look at the girl.
It was not our affliction. I meant you to write it out, Captain.
Now, what's wrong?
Eyes. She wants the doll to have eyes. She doesn't know better than anyone. I'll solve it again.
She'll never learn with everyone letting her do whatever she takes it into her mind to do.
You be quiet.
What did I say now?
You talk too much.
I was agreeing with you.
Whatever it was. Poor deprived child, at least if she can have all the little things that she wants.
Okay, first couple of others. Look, this child has more sense than all these main characters. It's just the way of reaching out mine of hers.
I know, Aunt Tab. I know.
Discipline has to be.
How can you discipline a freaking child? It's her fault?
I didn't say that it was her fault.
Then who? How am I supposed to teach her beer when she's not yet blue?
It's not safe to let her run around loose. Now there must be some way of confining her so she can't.
Where in a cage, the child just use a lid.
Well, answer me this. Is it fair to Mildred here?
I'm willing to put her away. Oh!
Now what?
She wants to talk. She wants to be like you and me.
Well, I have mind to take her up to Baltimore myself. If that doctor can't help her, maybe know someone who can.
Every day she slips further away, Cat. I don't know how to call her back.
I'll write the man, Katie.
Suitable governess, Miss Annie Sullivan. You will found her in Boston more commons. No doubt, Annie, this is going to be very difficult for you. But it was difficult when you came here to our school, no?
Satisfying, yes.
Why, when you came to us, you could not even write your name. To learn so much in such little time. But always that Irish battle for independence. Now, this is my last time to counsel you. And I must tell you, you do lack by some, I mean all, a tact or talent to bend towards others. But what has saved you more than one time here, Perkins, is, well, there's no place left to expel you to. My dear, your eyes hurt?
My ears, Mr. Animals.
No place for fight at Tewksbury, where children are taught to be saucy. I know what a dreadful place that was. But that was done and over with. Why don't you let it stay buried?
Thank God he sold me a resurrection.
What?
Well, he keeps digging up that battle.
Annie, it's not the proper thing for you to say. This is what I mean.
Yes, well, I know what I'm like. What's this child like?
Like?
Well, bright or dull to start off.
Nobody knows. If she is dull, you have problems with this?
Oh, no. In grown-ups you have to, but in children it seems precocious. May I use that word?
Only if you could spell it, my dear.
Premature. Well, I hope she's bright at least.
Deaf, blind, mutes. On us. And she's like a little safe that is locked. and no one can open it. Perhaps, maybe there is something inside.
Maybe it's empty too.
True. But I must warn you, she is to give in tantrums.
Oh, that means there's something inside. Well, so am I if I believe all I hear.
Yes. Annie, I have written them nothing of your past. You're going to find yourself among strangers who know nothing of it.
Well, then we'll leave them in a state of blessed ignorance.
Annie, perhaps you should tell them.
Why? I have enough trouble with people who don't know.
So, in case you do have trouble, you don't know what to do.
The only time I have trouble is when I'm right. Is it my fault? It's so often. Oh, no, Mr. Ananos. I'll be so ladylike they won't even know I've come.
Annie, be humble. It's not like you have a lot of offers to choose from here. You're going to have to win their affection with working with this child.
I hope I won't need their pity.
Can all use a little pity, Annie. Now, you're no longer a student. We throw you into the world teacher. Don't need the child to be taught. No one is expecting miracles even for $25 a month. Now, this envelope is a loan for the railroad, for which you will repay me when you have a bank account. This box is a gift with my love in it.
Mr. Ananos, dear Mr. Ananos, well, what can I say? I'm an ignorant, opinionated girl, and everything I have I owe to you.
Well, that is only half true, Annie.
Which half? I crawled in here like a drowned rat. I thought I died when Jimmy died. That I'd never be able to love again, but this place, it did more for me than give me my eyes back or teach me how to spell, which I'll never learn anyway.
True.
It taught me what help is and how to live again. I don't want to say goodbye.
My dear, you're friends.
Don't open the door. I'm crying.
Annie, they will not know.
Annie,
Here, Beatrice, here.
there's a present. I thought you were going to my present, Annie.
You did.
We did. Now, where's the present?
I have it. All right. I got it.
Open it, Annie.
All right. I'm opening it. They're beautiful.
They're for your eyes. Miss Hopkins says your eyes hurt ever since the operation. And you're going where the sun is fierce.
Don't go, Annie, where the sun is fierce.
Are they pretty, Annie?
They're beautiful, Beatrice. Oh, my eyes feel 100% better already.
There's another present.
Oh, another one.
It's for Helen. We saved up a collection to buy it and Laura dressed it.
Oh, it's beautiful. It will be the first thing I give to her, I promise.
Don't go to her, Annie.
Alice, dear. You don't want to go
Then where are you going?
because I'm a big girl. And big girls have to make a living. But you know what I'm going to do if you don't smile for me first?
What?
I'm going to put you in my suitcase and take you to Helen, Alabama, instead of this doll.
Come, girls. We have to get Annie's stuff ready, girls. No one is going to our now. Come.
Goodbye, Annie.
Oh, goodbye, Alice.
Up the steps.
Where are we going? I said I'm taking care of you forever and ever.
Andy Sullivan, age 9, virtually blind. James Sullivan, age 7. What's the matter with your legs, honey?
Forever and ever.
Can't he walk without that crutch? Girl goes to the woman's ward, boy to the men's.
Annie, don't let them take me. Annie.
Honey, time to catch your train.
Oh, I'm coming.
Missy Kate, why don't you have Mr. James pick her up? You've been poking around in the garden all day long, and you should sit down and put your feet up and rest.
I can't wait to see her, Violet.
Well, maybe she ain't gonna be there today.
Well, maybe she is.
Or maybe she ain't.
And maybe she is. Now, where is Helen?
Helen, she's poking around in the garden. I last saw that she knew something was up.
But let her have a supper as soon as Mildred is in bed, and tell the captain when he comes it will be a trifle late tonight.
Again?
Well, I think we need to take again, Violet. Simply delayed will do.
Well, I ain't gonna tell you what she's gonna say, but I'm just gonna say he's gonna say what again? My word.
Yes. We're expecting someone. Someone for my head. Yes. Oh, my dear. Here. But while I'm gone, you see, I'm going to pepper chops for your supper. Oh, my dear, this was clean not an hour ago. Come along in, darling. Oh, yes. All right. Bonnie's going to take such good care of you.
Jimmy,
Sir,
you don't look dressed for anything useful, boy.
I'm not. This is Miss Sullivan.
He'd be home up the porch. We got wooden posts for that. And I thought I told you to make sure that the strawberry plants are moved this evening.
I'm moving your Mrs. Keller instead to the train station.
Mrs. Keller, must you always speak of her as though you've never even met the lady?
Mother? I said mother.
Captain,
Evening, my dear.
we're off to meet the train, Captain. Supper will be a trifle delayed tonight.
What, again?
With your permission, Captain. I'll be right there, James.
Oh, darling. Your mama left already, darling. Oh, no, mama's not here. Here's a piece of sweet cake for you. That's a good girl. I'm sure this is not going to spoil your appetite a little bit. Piece of sweet cake. We're going to go right into the yard. And Daddy's right there.
She's gone. She's gone. My son and I don't get along. You don't even know that I'm your father. Nobody here likes me. But do you know what the worst thing of all is? Supper is going to be delayed. Wait, here. I think I have some stick candy here for you somewhere. Yeah, there you go. Now, what
Captain?
What, Viney?
Please don't give her any of those trash You must spoil her appetite with that sweet stuff.
You go tend to your work.
Tell me my work. Oh, I'll tell you my work, I swear I'm going to tell you my work. Feed that child that sweet stuff. Let's spoil her appetite.
Miss Sullivan?
Here! At last! I've been on trains for so many days, I thought they were backing up every time I dozed off.
I'm James Keller.
James! I had a brother, Jimmy. Are you Helen's?
No, I'm only half a brother. You ought to be a governess?
Well, try.
You look like half a governess. Ah, Mrs. Keller! Miss Sullivan.
How do you do? We've met every train for 2 days.
I changed trains every time we stopped. The man who sold me that ticket ought to be tied to the tracks.
Miss Sullivan, do you have a trunk?
Yes. You can bring Helen. I was hoping you would.
No, she's home.
Do you live far from town, Mrs. Keller?
Only a mile.
Well, then I suppose I can wait a mile. But don't be surprised if I get out to push the horse.
Helen's waiting for you, too. She expects something. Heaven knows what. There's been such a bustle in the house. I expected a desiccated spinster. You are very young.
Oh, you should have seen me before I left Boston. I got much older on this trip.
I mean to teach anyone as difficult as Helen.
Well, that means try. They can't put you in jail for trying.
Is it possible even to teach a deaf, blind child half of what an ordinary child learns? Has that ever been done?
How?
Attempt.
No. Dr. Howe did wonders, but an ordinary child. No. Never. But as I read over his works, I realized that he never treated them as ordinary children. More like eggs. And everyone was afraid of break.
May I ask how old you are?
Oh, I'm not in my teens, you know. I'm 20.
Oh, 20.
Mrs. Keller, don't lose heart just because I'm not on my last legs. I have 3 big advantages over Dr. Howe that money couldn't buy you. One is his work. I've read everything he's ever written. And I wouldn't exactly call him a man of few words. Second is that I am young. Why, I have energy to do anything. And third is that I've been blind.
Advantages.
Well, some have the luck of the Irish and some do not.
What will you try to teach her first?
Oh, first, last, and in between. Language.
Language.
Oh, language is to the mind more than light is to the eye. Dr. Howe said that.
Language. Miss Sullivan, we can hardly get through to teach her to sit still. You are young, despite your years, to have such confidence. Do you? Inside?
No. To tell you the truth, I'm as shaky inside as a baby's rattle.
Don't be. We'll do all we can to help you, to make you feel at home. Please don't think of us as strangers, Miss Ellen.
Strangers aren't so strange to me. I've known them all my life.
We're ready.
Thank you, James.
Oh, say.
Captain, they're here. Put your jacket on, look presentable. They're here. They got that teacher lady with them.
take it that you are Miss Sullivan.
My husband, Miss Annie, Captain Keller.
Oh, how do you do?
A pleasure to meet you at last. I trust you had an agreeable journey.
Oh, I had several. When did this country get so big?
Where would you like the trunk, Father?
Where Miss Sullivan can get at it, I imagine.
Yes, please.
In the hall, Jimmy.
Wouldn't put you in the upstairs corner, Miss Annie, because then he breathes it off with some of your feelings.
And the suitcase.
Oh, I have the suitcase then.
No, I have it.
No, really, I insist.
No, Miss Sullivan, you
I
find
kept
the stuff.
Ah! It's for Helen. When do I see her?
Oh, yes, darling. I'm home. Here, Miss Annie. Here is my Helen.
Katie.
Well,
She's very rough, Katie.
I like her.
Certainly a real peculiar kind of young woman in the north. How old is she?
Oh, well, Captain, she's not in the teens, you know.
She's only a child. And what's her family like shipping her off all alone this far?
I couldn't learn. She's very closed-mouthed about some things.
Why does she wear those glasses? You know, I like to see a person's eyes when I'm talking to them.
For the sun, Captain. She was blind.
Blind.
She's had 9 operations on her eyes. One just before she left.
Blind. Now, how do they expect one blind child to teach another? Has she the experience? How long did she teach at that school?
Captain, she was a pupil.
Katie, you mean this is her first position?
Oh, Captain, she was valedictorian.
Oh, valedictorian. Katie, here is a house full of grown-ups that cannot cope with this child. How do they expect a half-blind, inexperienced Yankee schoolgirl manager?
It's really a great improvement. Now we have 2 of them to look after.
You look after them strawberry plants.
Nothing I say is right.
Oh, why say anything, James? Don't you be long now, Captain. Some of you ready right away.
is true. And that's how I look. All right. Let's start with doll. Yes. D. O. L. Doll.
Well, he spelled pretty well. What are you doing? Finding out if she's ticklish? She is. Is it a game?
It's an alphabet
Alphabet.
for the deaf. Oh, how bright she is!
You think she knows what she's doing? Watch this. See, she imitates everything. She's just a monkey.
Yes, and a bright little monkey she is.
Ah. I think she likes doll better, Sullivan.
What did she spell?
Spell? She doesn't know the thing has a name.
And who expects her to? I just want her fingers to learn the letters.
Why? They won't mean anything to her. I don't think she likes your outfit. Sullivan, you invent yourself?
Spanish monks under a vow of silence, which I wish you'd take.
Not the only one.
Pink. From Washington. It's the best I can do. There. Oh. Get it down faster, I'm going to take that away too. All right. D. O. L. L. Think it over. Just do what my fingers do. Never mind what it means. L. Here. Very good. Imitate now, understand later. End of the first. Oh! 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 You little wretch! Nobody's taught you any manners. Oh! Ow! Helen? Helen! Helen, let me...
come out tonight? Won't you come out tonight? Won't you come out tonight?
Don't worry. They'll find you. You're not lost, just out of place. It hurts.
It hurts, Annie. It hurts.
Keep that crap shut up. Can't you, girlie? How's the body to get any sleep in this world?
It hurts. It
Shut up, you.
Annie, you said we'll be together forever. You promised.
Jimmy.
Forever and ever. You said forever.
Grab him, he's falling.
Annie!
Little girl, I must tell you, your brother will be going on a...
Supper is ready, Jimmy. We call your father.
Certainly. Father! Supper!
There is no need to shout, Jimmy. I've been cooling my heels for an hour. Sit down.
Certainly.
Finally! Finally, bring out that... meat.
Milk with breakfast, sweet pie.
Oh, she was just an angel, that baby. So
She is. Did Helen have a good supper?
Well, she didn't exactly have much of an appetite. It appears that somebody gave her too many sweets.
Thank you, Viney. That'll be all. I am famished. Katie, your plate?
But where is Miss Anne?
Oh, she's in her room. In her room? Well, doesn't she know that hot food must be eaten hot? Jimmy, go upstairs at once and tell her to come down here.
Certainly. I'll go get a ladder.
A what?
A ladder. I'll need a ladder. Don't worry. Shouldn't take me long.
What shouldn't take you long?
Jimmy, do as I say. Go upstairs and tell Miss Sullivan that
She's locked in her room.
Locked in her
What
room?
on earth are you talking about?
Helen locked her in a room and then made off with the key.
And you sit here and say nothing.
Well, everyone's been telling me not to say anything.
Bonnie, you look out back for Helen, see if she has that key.
All right, Mr. K, I shall.
She's out by the corner.
Come.
Miss Sullivan, are you in there?
Oh, I'm in here all right.
Is there no key on your side?
If there were a key in here, I wouldn't be in here. Helen took it. The only thing on my side is me.
All right, Miss Sullivan, not in this house 10 minutes. I don't know how you managed it.
Even I'm not on my side.
Fine.
Captain.
Put that meat back in the oven.
Say what?
I say put that meat back in the oven.
I swear that meat's gonna get dry. It is gonna get dry.
She has no key.
She must have a key.
I've searched her pocket, she doesn't have it.
Well, Katie, she must have it.
Would you prefer to search it yourself,
No, I
Captain?
would not prefer. Put that ladder back.
Well, she could have hid the key.
Where?
Anywhere. Under the stone, in the grass, in the flower bed.
Katie, I can't plow up the entire ground just to find one missing key. Jimmy!
Sir!
Bring me a ladder!
Now Gilbert, the cat you walk with all your policy.
Back in the house, Jimmy!
For heaven's sake.
I have this, Mr. K.
Thank you, Bonnie.
She is. Oh, angel.
Miss Sullivan!
Heaven, did you do that key?
Yes, Captain Keller.
Come out!
Oh, I don't see how I can. There isn't room.
I intend to carry you. Now climb out and hold on tight.
Oh, that's very chivalrous of you, but really, I insist.
Miss Sullivan, follow instructions. I will not have you also tumbling out of our windows.
Captain Keller, I'm perfectly able to go down the ladder on my own.
I doubt it. And I certainly hope that this is not a sample of what we might expect in the way of you simplifying the work of looking after Helen. Now simply grab onto my neck and hold tight. Ow, my neck, Miss Sullivan!
I'm sorry to inconvenience you in this way.
Well, it's no inconvenience. take that doll down and have the lock replaced if we fail to find that missing key.
Oh, well, look everywhere for it, eh?
Oh, well, thank you. Just please don't look at any rooms that can be locked.
Thank you very much.
Now, can we please have supper like other people?
Bonnie, you serve the supper. I'll put the baby to sleep.
Yes, Mr. King.
I guess we can leave the LADDER.
You little devil. You think I'm so easily gotten rid of. Well, you have a thing or two to learn first. I have nowhere else to go. And nothing else to do.
Miss Sullivan!
And no one here has attempted to control her. My greatest difficulty is how to. Oh, Helen. Ink. Ink. Has a name. Alright. Down. Under. Up. And be careful of the needle. Fine. Maybe you can keep out of the ink and I can keep out of the soup. These blots are her
conversation, saying it was a sewing card.
But does that mean that to her?
Oh no. She won't know what spelling is until she knows what a word is.
Yet you keep spelling to her. Why?
Like to hear myself talk?
The cat says it's like spelling to the fence post.
Does he?
Is it?
No. It's like how I see you talk to Mildred.
To Mildred?
Well, any baby. It's old gibberish. Baby talk gibberish. Do they understand one word if it's a start? But then they begin to, as they hear it. Now I'm letting Helen hear it.
But Miss Fanny, other children are not impaired.
Oh, there's nothing impaired in that. It works like a mousetrap.
But after a child hears how many words, Miss Annie? A million?
Guess no mothers ever minded enough to count.
What did she spell?
I spelled card. She spelled cake.
Cake?
It's just a finger game to her, Mrs. Kelly.
And when will she learn?
Maybe after 1.5 million words.
You know, I should like to learn those letters, Miss Annie.
I'll teach you first thing in the morning.
It's her bedtime.
All right.
Ow! It's all right.
Why did she get a reward for stabbing me?
Oh, Miss Annie. We can't talk about her crying, I'm afraid. We haven't the heart for much else. And, well, there are so many times that she simply cannot be compelled.
Yes. I'm the same way myself.
I'm sorry, Miss Annie.
The more I think, the more certain I am that obedience is the gateway to the mind of the child.
Breakfast ready. Breakfast.
No, but shouldn't we give the devil his due, Father? The fact is, we lost the sow 2 years earlier when he outthought us behind Vicksburg.
Outthought is a peculiar word for a butcher, isn't it?
He was a harness maker, wasn't he?
I said butcher, and his only regard as a soldier were numbers. And he led them to slaughter with no more compassion than for so many lost sheep.
Well, all right, but even if in that sense he was a butcher,
And a drunken one half the law.
agreed, Father. If his own people say he was a drunk, then I can't argue that he was.
So, what is it that you find to admire in such a man, Jimmy? The butchery or the drunkenness?
Neither, Father, only the fact that he beat us.
He didn't.
Is it your contention that we won the war, sir?
He didn't beat us at Vicksburg. We lost Vicksburg because Pemberton gave Bragg 5,000 of his cavalry, And Lori, who I personally knew for a nincompoop before you were even born, marched away from Champions Hill with enough men to have left them there. Now, we lost Vicksburg by stupidity bordering on treason.
Well, I would have said that we lost Vicksburg because Grant was one thing that no Yankee general was before.
Drunk? I doubt it.
I'm not drunk, obstinate.
Obstinate? Couldn't even compare even that with old Stonewall? If he was there, we would still have Vicksburg.
Well, say whatever you want, but the butcher just wouldn't give up. He tried 4 ways of getting around Vicksburg, and on the 5th try, he got around. Anyone else would have
He
just
wouldn't have gotten around if we had a Southerner in command instead of some half-breed Yankee traitor like Pemberton.
Well, just because the people on the South were incompetent, as you have already said, doesn't mean that
You
Grant
call
didn't know
yourself a Southerner? What's the matter over here?
Listen, you see, she's accustomed to helping herself my place.
But I'm not accustomed to this.
Of course not. Come here.
Jimmy, please, leave us up quiet.
But her table manners are the best ones she has.
Miss Sullivan led her this time. It's the only way you get any conversation. If my son's out there, it's at this place. I'll get you another plate.
I have a place, thank you. Bonnie! I'm afraid when Captain Helen says it's only too true. She'll persist in it until she gets her own way.
Bonnie, bring Miss Sullivan another
I
plate.
have a place and I intend to keep it.
So why they took Vicksburg?
Miss Sullivan, one plate or another is hardly a matter of the struggle with the deprived
I'd
child.
rather have a more heroic issue myself, but
Miss Sullivan, kindly do as I say. She's going to hurt herself.
no, she won't.
Miss Annie, you don't know the child.
Oh, I know a badly tempered child and a tantrum when I see one.
Here, here.
Miss Sullivan, you would have more understanding of your pupil if you had some pity in
Kitty,
you.
for this tyrant, the whole house turns to her whims. Is there anything she wants? She doesn't get it. No, I'll tell you what I think. That the son will try to temper her entire life, and everything you're telling her is will. And what good will your pity do her when you're under the strawberry Captain Helen?
Katie, for the love of heaven, you do something.
It serves you better, doesn't it? To see if you'd let her do whatever she wants and to teach her anything better, right?
I'll fail to see where you've tolerated anything yet, Miss
And I
Sullivan.
can start if you leave the room.
Leave the room.
Everyone out, please.
Miss Sullivan, you are here as a teacher only, not to
And
lecture
I
me.
can't unteach her 6 years of pity if you can't stand up to one tantrum. Oh, the stone wall indeed. Mrs. Keller, please, you promised me help.
You don't have to be true.
No, leave me alone with her, please.
Katie, will you come outside with me at once, please?
Out! Everyone out! Out, out, out!
If it takes all summer, General. This trouble of a girl presumes. I tell you, I'm of half a mind to ship her back to Boston on the next train. And you can tell her so from me.
Captain.
She is a hireling. Now I want to be completely clear. Unless there is an apology and a change of manner, she goes back before the week is over. Will you make that quite clear?
Oh, well, you be kept while I am making that quite clear from you.
I'll be at the office.
You know, Kate, I think Father's upset. William, I thought what she said was exceptionally intelligent. I've been saying it for years.
To his face! Or will you take it, Jimmy, as a flag?
This soul, this blind, deaf, mute woman, can nothing be done to disinter this human soul? The whole neighborhood would rush to save this woman if she were buried alive by the caving in of a pit, and labor with such zeal until she were dug out. Now, if there were one who had as much patience as zeal, he might awaken her to a consciousness of her immortal.
There is schools. There are schools outside. Schools where they teach blind ones, worse than you. To read. To read and write. There are schools outside where they... There are schools.
You ain't going to school, Annie, are you?
When I grow up,
You ain't either. You're gonna stay here and take care of me.
I'm going to school when I grow up.
You said we'll be together forever.
I said I'm going to school when I grow up.
Little girl, I must tell you, your brother will be going on a journey soon.
Annie!
Goodbye, Annie.
Fight me when you learn how.
Don't tell anyone you came from here. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone you came from here. Yeah, don't tell any. Don't tell any.
Annie, does it hurt to be dead? Forever.
Might awaken her to a consciousness of her immortal nature. The chance is small indeed, but with a smaller chance they would have dug desperately for her in the pit. And is the life of the soul of less important than that of the body?
All right, now, Cat, what is it you wish to speak to me about?
Katie, I will not have this. Now, you did not see after supper tonight when that girl went to look for Helen in her room.
No.
Well, the child practically climbed out of the window just to get away from her. Well, now, what kind of a teacher is she? Helen will not come to the table with her, will not be undressed by her, will not be bathed by her, will not be put to bed by her, or even by Viney now. And the end result is you have to do more for the child than before we hired this girl's services. Now, from the moment she got off that train, she has been a burden. An incompetent, ineffectual, impertinent burden.
She folded her napkin, Cat.
She what?
Not ineffectual. Helen did fold her napkin.
Katie, what in heaven's name is so extraordinary about folding a napkin?
Well, it's more than you ever do, Cat.
Katie, I did not bring you out here to be frivolous. Now, how does Miss Sullivan propose to teach a deaf-blind pupil who won't even let her touch her?
I don't know.
The fact of the matter is today she scuttled any chance she ever had of getting along with that child. Now, if you can think of any point or purpose...
What do you wish me to do?
I want you to give her her notes.
I can't.
Well, then, if you can't, I must. I simply will not have this in my house, Katie. Miss Sullivan.
Captain Keller, Viney said it would find you two out here. I think we should have a talk.
Yes. Katie.
Cat.
Miss Sullivan, I want to make my intentions to Mrs. Keller in private. I am not satisfied. In fact, I am deeply dissatisfied.
Is that little garden house ever in use?
In the hunting season, Miss Sullivan, if I could please have your attention. Now, I've tried to make allowances for you. I understand you come from a part of the country where well, people are women, where women need to be made allowances for. Nevertheless, I have decided that Miss Sullivan, I find it very difficult to talk through those glasses.
Oh, of course.
Why do you wear them? The sun's been down for an hour.
Any kind of light hurts my eyes.
So, put them on, Miss Sullivan. Miss Sullivan, I have decided to give you another chance.
To do what?
To remain in our employ, but on two conditions. Now, I'm not accustomed to rudeness in women or servants. If you are to stay, there must be an apology and a complete change of manner.
Who's Captain Keller?
Whose? Yours, young lady, isn't it obvious? And you must persuade me that there is the slightest hope of you teaching a child who runs from you now like the plague to anyone else that she can find in this house.
There isn't.
What, Miss Annie?
It's hopeless here. I can't teach a child who runs away.
So it's your intention then to...
Well, if we're all agreed that it's hopeless and our only option is...
I'm not agreed. I think perhaps you underestimate Helen.
I think everyone else here does.
She did fold her napkin. She learns Not really. Wah wah. Wah wah. But she meant water. She knew what it meant knowing 6 months old and never saw a child so bright around home. It's still in her somewhere, isn't it? You should have seen her before her illness. Such a good-tempered child.
Oh, she's changed.
Miss Annie, put up with it. And with us.
With us?
Please. Like the lost lamb in the parable. I love her all the more.
Mrs. Keller, I don't think Helen's worst handicap is her deafness or blindness. I think it's your love and pity.
Well, what does that mean?
Well, you all feel so sorry for her that you've kept her like a pet. Why, even a dog you can housebreak. No wonder she won't let me come near her. It's useless for me to try to teach her language or anything else.
Miss Annie, before you came, we spoke of putting her in the asylum.
What kind of asylum?
For mental defectives.
I visited there. I can't tell you what I saw. There were people like animals with rats in the halls. Well, what are we to do if you give up?
Give up?
You said it was hopeless.
Here! Give up? Why, it was just today that I saw what I had to do to begin. I want complete charge of her.
But you already have
No,
that.
I mean day and night. She needs to learn to become dependent on me.
For what?
For everything. The food she eats, the clothes she wears, the fresh air. Yes, the air that she breathes. Everything her body needs is a primer to teach her out of. And the one to give it to her should be her teacher. Not anyone who loves her. You all have so many feelings that they fall over each other like feet. And you won't use your chances and you won't let me.
But if she runs from you to us,
That's why I need to take her somewhere else.
What?
Until she can learn to become dependent on me.
for how long?
For as long as it takes. I've packed half my things already.
Miss Sullivan.
Captain Keller, it goes with both of your conditions. My one way to get back in touch with Helen. And I don't see how it can be rude to you if you aren't around to interfere with me.
What if I say no? Then is it your intention to pack your other half at home and abandon your charge to the...
Asylum. I grew up in such an asylum. Stay down house. Rats. My brother Jimmy and I used to play with the rats because we didn't have toys. Would you like to know what Helen will find there not on visiting days? One ward was full of the old women, crippled, blind, most of them dying, but even if what they had was worth catching, there was nowhere else to put them, and that's where they put us. And in another room down the hall, there were young women, prostitutes mostly, with the DTs and epileptic fits, and most of them insane. And in another room, there were young girls that started there at 13, 14, and they were there to have babies that they didn't want. They would leave soon after, but the babies would stay, and we would play with them too. And they would have sores all over their bodies from diseases you're not supposed to talk about. The first year we had 80 and 70 died. The room Jimmy and I played in. That's where they would keep the bodies until they could dig the graves and no. Made me strong. But I don't think you need send Helen there. She's strong enough.
Miss Annie, where would you take Helen?
Oh. Italy?
What?
Can't have everything. How would that little garden house do? You could furnish it, bring her there after a long ride, she won't know where she is. And then you can come and visit her whenever you'd like, as long as she doesn't know.
Is that all?
That's all.
Captain! I mean, with your permission.
Why must she depend on you for the food that she eats?
Because she will learn to become dependent on me.
You intend to starve her? into letting you touch her?
She won't starve, Captain Helen. She'll learn. All's fair in love and war, right?
This is hardly a war.
Well, it isn't love. A siege is a siege.
Miss Sullivan, do you even like this child?
Do you?
You could have a servant there.
Oh no. I'll have a lot more to worry about than a servant too, but that boy Percy, he could stay there. He can run errands.
Oh, yes, I think we'd let Percy sleep there, couldn't we, Cap?
And we can have some furniture all our own.
Yes, Cap, we could have walnut bedstead in the barn.
Wait, I have not yet consented to Percy, or to this house, or to this proposal, or to Miss Sullivan staying on, but I had every intention of... Very well. All right. I consent to everything. For 2 weeks. Now I will give you 2 weeks in that house, and it will be a miracle if you can get the child to tolerate you.
2 weeks. Miss Anna, can you accomplish anything in 2...
Anything or not, 2 weeks, and the child comes back to us. Make up your mind, Miss Sullivan. Yes or no.
2 weeks. For only one miracle. I'll get her to tolerate me.
Cam?
I gotta take a walk.
You can't think as little of love as you said. Or you wouldn't say.
Didn't come here for love. I came for money.
Well,
A. First of many. 26.
Act 2 of Miracle Work.
I've always wanted to live in a doll's house.
My father would take the suitcase to the porch in the house, but I could carry it halfway across the barn. Put some couch, and this was there. Well, Miss Sullivan. Gotta hand it to you, you do not give up easily. How do you intend to, win her hand here in this place?
Oh, do I know? I lost my temper. Here we are.
Well, no touching, no teaching, you know. Of course, I suppose you are a little bigger than she is.
Oh, I'm not relying on force. I'm relying on her. That little imp is dying to know.
Know what?
Anything and everything in God's creation. And I'll have to use that appetite too.
Yeah, well, maybe she'll teach you.
Of course.
That she isn't. That there's such a thing as dullness of heart, acceptance, and letting go. Sooner or later, we all give up, don't we?
Maybe you all do. But it's my idea of the original sin.
What is?
Giving up.
You won't open her. Why can't you just let her be? Have some pity on her for being what she is.
If I ever once thought like that, I'd be dead.
You will be. So why trouble? Or maybe you'll teach me.
you know where she is? No. We rode her in the country for 2 hours.
For all she knows, she can be in another town.
That's so sad to me.
I know.
Miss Annie. These 2 weeks. Please try to be good to her, please. Be very good to her.
I will.
Katie, I can't understand it. Now, I had every intention of dismissing this girl, not setting her up like she was an empress.
Yes, what is her secret, sir?
A secret?
The secret that allows her to get whatever she wants out of you when I can't.
He's afraid. He's afraid. What does he want from me?
My God, don't you know? I want everything you forgot the day you forgot my mother.
What? One thing this girl's secret is not. She does not fire one shot and then disappear. Katie, I'm sorry. Don't put your mind to that.
I am proud of you.
For what?
For letting this girl have what she needs.
Well, why can't my son be? He can't bear me. You think I teach you as hard as this girl treats Helen?
Perhaps you do.
But he has to learn respect.
Kel, do you like the child? It's funny how empty this house is tonight.
No. No pity. I won't have it. On either of us. How do I... Percy, wake up. Come here, I need you. How would you like to play a nice game with Helen? No. Okay, come again. Go ahead, touch her hand. Go ahead, touch her hand. All right, now come here, Percy. Come here. Come here. All right. Percy, did you know that Helen can talk with her hands? She can make letters with her fingers like this. C. A. C. A. C. A. K. K. And this. She spells cake, she gets cake. Isn't that funny? She can spell words, but she doesn't know that she knows that she can spell them, right? Here, a piece for you. Here. All right. Would you like to learn one she doesn't know? M is like this. Good, good. And I, that's just a little finger like that. No, why should I talk to you? I'm teaching Percy a new word. L. Good. And K. Right. So M. Oh, jealous are you? All right. You can go to bed now, Percy. Thank you. So we're finally back to where I can touch you. Touch and go. No love lost. Now I just have to teach you one word. Everything. All right. Hush, little baby. Don't say a word. Mama, gonna buy you a mockingbird. If that mockingbird won't sing, Mama's gonna buy you a diamond ring. If that diamond ring turns to brass, Mama's gonna buy you a looking glass. T-E-R, water. W-A-T-E-R. Helen, egg. This is an egg. E-G-G. E-G-G. Helen. Has a name. It's only one way out for you. And it's language. To learn that things have their names. Helen, this is a mug. Mug. M-U-G. Mug. It has a name.
You haven't eaten, Katie.
I can't sit to it, Cat. I'm too restless to have an appetite.
You really should eat something, my dear. It'll be a long day of waiting.
It's been a short 2 weeks. I never knew life could be so noiseless. Went much too quickly for me.
This is a card. C-A-R-D. Card. C-A.
Well, the house has been practically normal, hasn't it?
Jimmy.
Is it wrong to enjoy a quiet breakfast after 5 years? And you two even seem to enjoy each other.
It could be even more noiseless, Jimmy, without your tongue running every minute. Haven't you enough feeling to understand what Katie's been going through ever since?
You're right. You're right. These 2 weeks, they have been normal, quiet. Everything you say. It's not short. Interminable.
Water. W-A-T-E-R. Water.
intention, though, it seems.
If and when you are a parent, Jimmy, you will understand what separation means. A mother loses a protector. You'll find that we don't just keep our children safe, they keep us safe as well. Now, of course, there are all different kinds of separation. Katie's had to live with one for 5 years. And another is disappointment in a child.
I feel every day more and more inadequate.
Kate, I'm sorry about what I said before in silence. It's like that fairy tale. I open my mouth and frogs jump out.
No, it has been better. For everyone.
I wish there were someone to help me. I need a teacher as much as Helen.
Kate, what does he want from me?
That's not the question. Stand up to the world, Ginny. That comes first.
But the world is him.
Yes, I know. And no one can do it for me.
Kate, could you be my friend?
Oh, I am.
My mind is full of skips and leaps and jumps. My mind is disinterested, disjoined, disinterested, disjoined. Where's discipline? What a dictionary. You need to know how to spell a word in order to look up how to spell it.
What are you doing with your eyes?
Oh, it's worse on my vanity. I'm learning to spell.
You're not to overwork your eyes, Miss Henry.
Well, whenever I spell to Helen, I better spell right.
How very serene she is.
Yeah, she learned that stitch yesterday. Once I got her started, I couldn't get her to stop. She's such a little lady. She'd rather starve than not use her napkin.
May I?
No,
You've taught her so much these 2 weeks.
not enough. Obedience is not enough. She learned 2 more nouns this morning. Key and water. That brings her up to 18 nouns and 3 verbs.
But not.
No. Not what they mean. Anything. It's still a finger game to her. Mrs. Keller, shall we play our finger game?
How did she learn it?
It will come.
How?
How does a bird learn to fly? We're born to use words like wings. It will come.
How?
All right. I don't know how. Everything she's learned here, keeping herself clean, knitting, stringing beads. We go on walks, we climb trees. Yesterday, Mrs. Keller,
A chick was born in her hands, and everything I spell. Go to bed with writer's cramp and spelling so much.
The count wonders about you too, Miss Annie. You must rest.
Now, she spells in her sleep. Her fingers make the letters when she doesn't even know. Those 5 fingers know. That hand is aching to speak out, but something in her mind is asleep. How do I nudge that awake? That is the question.
With no answer.
Except to keep at it, like this.
More time.
Spell it. Because I can't. Spell it! If she ever learns you'll have a lot to say to each other, start now.
Miss Sullivan, on the way to the office, I brought Helen a playmate.
Out! Please, Captain Keller.
Now, my dear child, the 2 weeks are up today. So
Not until 6 o'clock.
what difference can a fraction of one make?
An agreement is an agreement. Now, you've been very good these past 2 weeks, and I don't think a fraction of a day is going to make a difference.
Miss Sullivan, you are a tyrant.
Likewise, I'm sure. Now, you can stay there, but close the door as she comes.
I don't think you know how eager we are to have her back in our arms.
I do know. It's my main word.
But it's like expecting a new child in the house. I mean, she is so composed and attractive. You've done wonders for her, Miss Sullivan.
Have I?
If there's anything that you wish in repayment, let us know. It will be our privilege to give it to you.
I was just talking to Mrs. Keller. One more time.
Miss Annie,
Another week.
doesn't she miss us?
Well, of course she does. What a wrench this unexplainable exile must be to her. Can you say that it's not?
Well, I can't say that.
Doesn't she need affection too, Miss Annie?
She never shows me that she needs any affection or.
But you're not her mother.
And what difference would another week make? We are more than satisfied. You've done more than we ever thought possible. You taught her constructive things to do, and to behave like, and even look like a human child. Well, she's even cleaner.
Cleaner.
Well, we do say that cleanliness is next to godliness, Miss Sullivan.
Cleanliness is next to nothing. She needs to learn that things have names, that she can use words, that her hands can be her eyes. With words she can think, she can have ideas, and she can be reached. You publish a newspaper, Captain Keller. Do I have to tell you how important words are?
Miss Sullivan.
She's learned 2 more nouns this morning. That brings her up to 18 nouns and 3 verbs. All I need is time to push 1 through her mind. 1 and everything under the sun will follow. Can't you see that what she's learned here has only paved the way for that? I just need what time, just enough.
Look. What does she spell? Teaching a dog to spell. Well, a dog doesn't know what she means any more than she knows what you mean, Miss Sullivan. I think that you ask too much of her and of yourself. Perhaps God never intended her to have the eyes that you speak of.
I mean her to.
What is it to you? You show us that we indulge her for our sake. Is the opposite true for you?
Half a week.
An agreement is an agreement.
Mrs. Keller.
Miss Annie?
I want her back.
I'll send Viney to help you pack.
Not until 6 o'clock. I have until 6 o'clock.
All right, 6 o'clock. Come.
Don't know how to tell you, Helen. Not the
Yes. What is it to me? Give them back their dog and their child, both housebroken, and everybody satisfied. Except for you and me. I wanted to teach you, Helen. I wanted to teach you everything the world is full of. The light we bring to it and leave behind. We experience in words. Why? We could look 5,000 years back in the light of words. Everything we think, we feel, the ideas we share, we know in words. And with them, our soul is in darkness. And I know just one word. And I can put the world in your hands. Just one word. Whatever it takes, I won't take less. But how do I teach you that this is your hair? Or that this is your face? Or that this is your dress? Or that this is mother? M-O-T-H-E-R. Mother.
Let her come.
You said we'd be together forever and ever and ever.
I think God must owe me a resurrection. And I owe God one.
Forever and ever, forever and ever and forever and ever and ever.
Miss Sullivan, I've been waiting to give you this.
What?
Your first month's salary, with many more to come, I trust. Of course, it doesn't even begin to pay the debt that we have for what you've done.
What have I done?
You've taken a wild thing and given us back a child.
I taught her one thing. No. Don't do this. Don't do that.
But that's more than any of us could have.
I wanted to teach her language. I wanted to teach her yes.
But you'll have time.
I don't know how. I know that without it, to obey is no gift. Obedience without understanding is a blindness too. And is that all I've wished upon her?
No, of course not.
Maybe. I don't know what else to do except to keep on doing what I'm doing and have faith that she's waiting, like water underground. And all I can do is keep on.
But that's enough for us.
You can help, Captain Helen.
How?
Even learning no has been at a cost of trouble and pain. Don't
don't undo it.
Now, why would we wish to do
The
that?
world can be a difficult place for anyone. And I don't want her just to obey, but to give her her way in everything is a lie. To her. And I don't even love her. She's not my child. But you've got to stand between that lie and her.
We'll try.
Because I will. If you keep me here, that's one promise that I can make to you.
Agreed. And hopefully we've learned something as well. Now, shall we go to supper?
Why doesn't God pay his debts each month?
I beg your pardon.
I was just wondering how I would make a living. Now I wonder, will I survive it?
You do and you will. May I?
Oh, I'm glad to have you home too, sweetheart. Oh, my. Oh, nah. She's happy to be home, I think. Oh, you're so happy.
You look so beautiful.
Oh, darling. What's she having her hair?
Oh, the keys.
No, ma.
Oh, yes. I'll keep the keys. I think we got enough locked doors, too.
Hello, Miss Annie. Captain.
Thanks.
I'm Miss Annie.
Well, evening, General.
All right, now, Jimmy, will you say the grace, please?
Certainly. And then Jacob was left alone and wrestled with the angel until the breaking of the day. And the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled with him. Then the angel said, "Let me go, for the day breaketh." But Jacob said, "I will not let thee go, except thou bless me." Amen.
Amen.
Helen, you angel.
Wow, that's a very strange grace, James.
Will you start the muffins, Ev?
Partial.
It's from the good book, isn't it?
Why, yes, didn't you know?
Yes, I knew.
Ham, Miss Annie?
Then
Oh,
why?
thanks you.
Why ask? I just meant it's from the good book, and therefore it's a fitting grace.
Well, I don't know about that. There are plenty of things in the good book that I will get here before you do.
Well, it's fitting in the sense that Jacob's thigh was out of joint, and so is this piggy's.
I declare, James.
Pickles and ales.
Why, sure, you know my opinion of your pickles.
Well, this is the end of them, I'm afraid. I didn't put up nearly enough last summer. This year I intend to.
Reverend looked in the office today to complain that his hands have stopped laying. Poor fellow was all out of joint. It was all he could do to keep from...
I've always suspected those hands.
Of what?
Well, I think the papist. Has he tried?
Now, James, you're pulling my lower extremity. Next thing you know, we'll...
No, it's a very special day.
I will be when I give in to that.
Please, I'll probably have a chance to welcome a home.
Captain Keller, please.
Oh, Kitty, Miss Annie and I had a talk, and well, she thinks if we don't tell her such things, then...
She's learned not to throw things and not to kick. We spent the better part of 2 weeks on that thing.
It's only a nap. Besides, it's great.
And everything she learned is, Mrs. Keller, I don't think we should play tug of war with her. Either you keep her from kicking or give her to me.
What do you wish to do?
I want to take her from the table.
Oh, leave the child stay. My goodness.
And ask outsiders not to interfere.
Outsiders? I'm the child's aunt.
For once, hurt so much now. I'll eat all of Helen's favorite foods tonight.
It's a homecoming party, Miss Annie.
She's testing me. You realize?
No, she's testing you.
Jimmy, naturally she's home. She's going to behave
Yes, and
right.
trying to see what will happen at your hands.
But she's not kicking now.
And she's not learning not to. Mrs. Keller, teaching her is bound to be painful. For every
everyone. But she will live up to exactly what you expect of her and nothing more.
She's testing you.
Jimmy, be
I
quiet.
have an opinion.
No one's interested in hearing your opinion.
I'm interested. Of course she's testing me. Let her keep on learning from me and she'll keep on learning. Take it out of my hands and it all falls apart. Be bountiful. It's at her expense. Now will you please pass me more of Helen's favorite food? Take her, Miss Annie. Oh, thank you.
I'm afraid you are the trouble, Miss Annie. Now we will keep her to what she's learned. You're quite right there. But I don't see any need to send her from the table. After all, she is the guest of honor.
And she were a seeing child, not
She is not a seeing child. And I think some compromise is in order. There. Now, it's not unnatural. Most of us have aversions to our teachers, and occasionally another hand could smooth things out. Shall we start all over?
Well, I think we've started all over.
What are you doing?
Lady yelled out for me. I treat her like a seeing child because I asked her to see.
Where are you
I
going?
expect her to see.
Where are you taking
And
her?
I'm taking her to fill this picture again.
You have a heart. You like that awful? A creature who works for you?
No, I don't.
You let her go. You heard me, I said let her go. She's right. She's right, and Kate's right, and I'm right, and you're wrong. And if you drive that woman away from this house, it will be over my dead chair. Has it ever occurred to you that on one occasion, you might be consummately wrong?
Sit down, Jimmy. Everyone, please, let's just sit down.
All right. No, she's not here. Come. Water. This is water.
of AmeriCorps.
Will you allow, do you want to take a photo of all of us? Okay. We're going to go down, if you would be a little patient, our dear friend Andy's going to take a photograph of us, and then we go downstairs. Please speak to the actors and tell them what a wonderful job they did. They worked very hard, all of them. Thank you so much, and God bless all of you.